You've seen winners, right? The athletes, the entrepreneurs, the legends everyone talks about. But have you ever stopped and asked yourself, why them? Why do some people rise while others stay stuck, working harder but going nowhere? Here's the truth. Success leaves clues. Every high achiever follows patterns, habits, mindsets, and strategies you can study, imitate, and master. It's not magic. It's not luck. It's a game, and every champion knows how to play it. In this video, you'll discover the 9 principles that shape winners. From mastering habits, consistency, and discipline, to using failure as fuel, shaping your environment, and trusting the slow, quiet process of real growth. These are the exact steps that turn ordinary people into unstoppable forces. So stay with me, watch closely, and learn the blueprint of success that the world's most powerful people already follow. And before we start, hit subscribe, because your future self will thank you. Success leaves clues. Success is not random. It doesn't fall from the sky. It leaves a trail, a set of footprints for those who are willing to look, learn, and follow. Every successful person you admire, Serena Williams, Steve Jobs, Elon Musk, they're not lucky. They're patterned. They built systems, habits, routines. They studied, failed, adjusted, and moved again. They repeated what worked and eliminated what didn't. Success always leaves clues in how they think, how they act, how they spend their time. The problem is, most people never stop long enough to notice. They see the glory, not the grind. They see the results, not the repetition. They see the highlight reel, not the years of invisible work that came before it. But if you pay attention, if you truly observe, you'll realize something powerful. Greatness follows a pattern, and patterns can be learned. Think of it like music. Every song has a rhythm, a structure. Once you understand the notes, you can play the tune. Success works the same way. When you study people who win, you start to see the same rhythm. They wake up early. They think long-term. They value time more than comfort. They make decisions based on strategy, not emotion. Serena didn't become a champion because she wanted it more. She became one because she practiced when no one was watching. Because she built a system that didn't depend on motivation. It depended on consistency. Steve Jobs didn't change the world because of genius alone. He was obsessed with patterns in design, in behavior, in human desire. He studied the invisible threads that connect people and innovation. And Elon Musk, he plays the long game. He's willing to fail publicly, lose billions, and still move forward, because he understands that every setback contains a clue about what works and what doesn't. That's the secret. Observation. If you want to change your life, study those who already did. Don't just be inspired, be strategic. Watch what successful people do, not what they say. Notice how they respond to failure. Notice how they use time. Notice how they think in systems, not emotions. Every habit they have, every routine they repeat, every boundary they set, it's a clue. And the best part, you can model it. You don't need to be them. Just follow the pattern and make it your own. If you surround yourself with people who are driven, disciplined, and focused, you start to absorb their rhythm. You begin to see life differently. You begin to think in patterns of growth instead of survival. But if you surround yourself with people who complain, blame, and make excuses, guess what? That's a pattern too. And that pattern leads nowhere. So, here's the question. Whose patterns are you following? Every action, every thought, every choice you make moves you closer to someone's example. You're either following the blueprint of success or the comfort of mediocrity. And the truth is, both have a cost. Mediocrity costs your potential. Success costs your comfort. You just have to choose which one you're willing to pay. Remember, success isn't a mystery. It's a formula built on observation, repetition, and discipline. If you're willing to watch, learn, and act, you can build your own pattern too. Because every great person you admire once stood where you are. Uncertain, searching, but curious enough to learn. Success leaves clues. Your job is to see them and start walking the path. Habits define your future. Your future isn't decided by one big moment. It's built quietly, through small actions you repeat every single day.
People chase massive change. They wait for that one opportunity, that big break. But the truth is simpler and far more powerful. Habits build destiny. Every morning you wake up is a chance to lay another brick. Each choice, each action adds up to something far greater than you realize. You don't become fluent in a day. You don't become wealthy overnight. You don't become confident from one speech or one workout. You become all those things through repetition, through what you choose to do when no one's watching. Habits are invisible architects. They're building your future right now, whether you're aware of it or not. If your habits are weak, your foundation will crack. If your habits are strong, your success is inevitable. Think about it. Every result in your life is a reflection of your systems. Your health, your mindset, your bank account, your relationships, all mirror what you consistently do. You don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your habits. That quote isn't motivation, it's math. Because your daily actions either build momentum or destroy it. Most people live in bursts. They work hard for a week, then quit when it gets boring. They rely on emotion, not discipline. But emotion fades. Discipline endures. Successful people understand this. They don't wait to feel like it. They do it anyway. Even when tired, even when uninspired, even when no one claps. Because they know the small things compound. 10 pages a day turns into hundreds of books. 10 push-ups a day turns into strength. 10 minutes of focus turns into mastery. That's how change truly happens. Quietly, consistently, patiently. Habits are the rhythm of greatness. They don't shout, they whisper. They don't demand attention, but they decide everything. If you want to predict your future, don't look at your dreams. Look at your routines. What you repeat, you become. If you repeat distraction, you become scattered. If you repeat focus, you become unstoppable. Every action is a vote for the person you want to be. Every repetition rewires your brain, shaping your identity. You don't need to change everything overnight, just one habit at a time, because one consistent action can rewrite your entire story. You see, goals give direction, but habits give motion. Without habits, even the best goal stays a wish. With habits, even the smallest effort becomes unstoppable progress. So stop waiting for motivation. Start building structure. Make your habits your system, your autopilot. Because someday, your habits will speak for you. They'll show up in your confidence, your results, your peace of mind. The person you dream of becoming, they're not waiting in the future. They're hiding inside the habits you build today. Remember this, motivation gets you started. Habits keep you going. And consistency, that's what transforms you. Success isn't an explosion, it's a slow burn. One quiet choice repeated again and again until it becomes who you are. So ask yourself, what are you doing today that your future self will thank you for? Because every habit you repeat is writing your story, and one day, that story will define your life. Consistency beats intensity. Everyone wants quick results. Everyone wants breakthroughs overnight. But real success doesn't come from short bursts of energy or moments of extreme effort. It comes from showing up day after day when no one is watching, when the excitement fades, when the world seems to move faster than you can keep up with. Think about a river cutting through rock. It's not force or speed that shapes the canyon. It's persistence, the quiet, relentless flow over years, decades even. That is the power of consistency. It doesn't shout, it doesn't seek applause, but it carves paths where once there were none. It builds empires where others saw only stone. Most people fail because they chase intensity. They sprint hard for a few days, weeks, or months. They feel motivated. They feel unstoppable. And then life slows them down. Motivation fades. Challenges appear. The routine feels dull. And so they quit. But those who succeed, they keep moving forward, even when it's hard, even when the fire feels small. They show up with discipline. They embrace the grind. They understand that small, repeated actions compound into extraordinary results. Consistency isn't glamorous. It doesn't give instant satisfaction. It asks for patience, humility, and trust in the process. Learning 10 new words a day may feel insignificant. Exercising for 20 minutes each morning may seem pointless. Writing a single page of your book every day may feel invisible. But a year later, those small efforts become massive growth. Thousands of words mastered, a stronger, fitter body, a book completed. That is the magic of showing up day after day.
And here's the thing. Consistency also builds confidence. When you know you've done the work every single day, setbacks no longer shake you. Failure no longer intimidates you. Because your progress isn't dependent on a single moment or a sudden spark of inspiration. It's the result of countless tiny victories stacked on top of each other. The world often celebrates intensity, the overnight sensation, the spectacular moment. But history remembers the persistent, the ones who quietly worked when no one was watching, the ones who prepared when others rested, the ones who understood that greatness is a marathon, not a sprint. Consistency beats intensity because it transforms habits into identity. When you repeat actions daily, they stop being tasks. They become who you are. Your discipline becomes your character. Your effort becomes your standard. And over time, the results are inevitable. So, don't chase short-term motivation. Don't wait for the perfect moment or the big burst of energy. Commit to showing up. Commit to doing a little every day. The small, ordinary steps are what lead to extraordinary outcomes. One step at a time, one day at a time, you are building a future no one can take away. Remember, the world may forget your hard work today. Others may not notice, but the results will remember. And when they do, they will be undeniable. Consistency is quiet. Consistency is humble. Consistency is the hidden force behind every great achievement. Show up, keep going, and watch as your life bends toward the success you've built, one steady step at a time. Winners prepare when others relax. The difference between those who dream and those who achieve isn't talent. It isn't luck. It's preparation. True winners don't wait for the perfect moment. They don't rest when the world rests. They act when others pause. They study when others scroll. They plan when others procrastinate. Look around. Most people relax as soon as the sun sets, as soon as the weekend arrives, as soon as the pressure eases. They think recovery is rest alone. But the winners understand that preparation isn't just about action. It's about timing, foresight, and consistency. Every quiet hour spent learning, every early morning devoted to planning, every minute used to sharpen skills compounds into an advantage no one else sees until it's too late. Elon Musk doesn't wait for inspiration to strike. Oprah doesn't wait for motivation to appear. They prepare. They anticipate. They work when others doubt. Because opportunity doesn't knock at convenient times. It comes for those who are ready. And readiness is forged in moments when no one else is paying attention. Preparation is more than work. It's a mindset. It's the subtle habit of taking initiative, of thinking 2 steps ahead, of embracing the grind that others avoid. While most people are entertained, the winner is educating themselves. While most people are distracted, the winner is focused. While most people are resting, the winner is building. This doesn't mean you neglect rest or health. It means you treat preparation as a priority, not an afterthought. It's waking up before the alarm, reading when others watch TV, reflecting when others scroll through their phones. It's understanding that the quiet, unseen actions create the loud, visible results. Every great success story is littered with hours no one noticed, nights of doubt transformed into strategy, early mornings transformed into momentum. The magic isn't magic. It's deliberate, unseen preparation. The small choices, repeated over time, become the fortress upon which achievement stands. Think of preparation as a secret weapon. The world cannot compete with someone who has put in the work when no one else bothered. The advantage is silent, yet powerful. It's the edge that separates the ordinary from the extraordinary. So, when everyone else rests, double down. When they scroll, focus. When they wait, act. Winners prepare because they know the world rewards the ready, not the wishful. They prepare because they respect the value of time. They prepare because they understand that success is not sudden. It is a product of relentless, intentional action, compounded quietly, day after day.
The moments you spend today building skill, knowledge, and strategy become tomorrow's victories. The hours you invest in silence when no one is watching are the hours that define your legacy. When others see your success, it looks effortless. But you know the truth. The long nights, the early mornings, the patience, the discipline. That is what separates winners from dreamers. That is what prepares you to seize opportunities that would pass by the unready. So don't wait for the world to give you permission to succeed. Don't wait for the perfect conditions or the right moment. Start now. Prepare now. Because while others relax, you're building an unstoppable momentum that will carry you further than you ever imagined. Winners don't wait. They prepare. And preparation, quietly, relentlessly, always wins. Discipline greater than motivation. Motivation is fragile. It comes and goes like the tide. Some days you feel unstoppable. Other days you feel empty. If you rely on motivation alone, you will be at the mercy of your feelings. The truth is, feelings are unreliable. Discipline is permanent. Discipline doesn't care if you're tired, distracted, or unmotivated. Discipline shows up day after day, even when you don't feel like it. Think of discipline as a muscle. The more you train it, the stronger it becomes. Every time you choose to act instead of waiting, every time you push yourself beyond comfort, you are building strength. Just as athletes train their bodies, the most successful people train their minds and habits. They don't wait for inspiration. They create momentum through small, consistent actions that compound over time. Look around. The world rewards those who do, not those who wish. A writer who writes one page every day eventually completes a book. An entrepreneur who works steadily on small steps eventually builds an empire. A student who studies a little every day eventually masters the subject. None of this happens because they felt motivated. It happens because they acted consistently regardless of how they felt. Discipline is about control. Control of your time, your actions, and ultimately your life. It means showing up when no one is watching. It means doing what must be done, not what you want to do. It is choosing long-term growth over short-term comfort. It is the silent engine behind every great achievement. The beauty of discipline is that it frees you from dependence on motivation. You no longer wait for the spark. You become the spark. You set the standard for your actions, and your results follow. Motivation may ignite a momentary fire, but discipline keeps it burning. Every day presents a choice: surrender to laziness or honor your commitment. Every decision, no matter how small, either strengthens your self-discipline or weakens it. The people you admire, the ones who achieve extraordinary success, they make these choices consistently. They act in alignment with their goals regardless of mood or circumstance. Discipline is also the foundation of resilience. When setbacks occur, and they will, discipline ensures you keep moving forward. It protects you from giving up when the world gets hard. Motivation fades under pressure, but disciplined action persists. That is why the most successful people always rebound faster, recover stronger, and progress further. Remember, discipline is not punishment. It is freedom. Freedom from procrastination, freedom from doubt, freedom from being controlled by fleeting emotions. It is the inner power that lets you build the life you want even when it feels impossible. Start small. Commit to one action daily that aligns with your goal, even if it's uncomfortable. Build from there. Each small act of discipline becomes a brick in the foundation of your success. Over time, these bricks accumulate into a fortress that no obstacle can penetrate. Motivation may open the door, but discipline carries you through it. The choice is yours. wait for motivation to appear, or create your own unstoppable force through daily, deliberate action. The path to mastery, achievement, and freedom is paved by discipline, and discipline never fails those who honor it.
Failures are lessons, not ends. Failure is not the opposite of success. It is a part of it. Every person who achieves greatness has failed countless times. Every setback, every rejection, every mistake is not a dead end. It is a guide, a teacher, a stepping stone. The difference between those who succeed and those who give up lies in how they respond to failure. Thomas Edison famously said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." Each failure was data. Each setback was feedback. He didn't see failure as a verdict on his ability. He saw it as information, raw material for improvement. That mindset is the hallmark of every person who turns dreams into reality. Most people fear failure. They avoid risk. They play small to stay safe. But the truth is, avoiding failure is avoiding growth. Every risk carries the possibility of loss, but also the possibility of learning, adapting, and improving. Failure is feedback, not punishment. It is the universe teaching you how to move closer to your goal. When you fail, pause, reflect, analyze. Ask yourself, what did I learn? What can I adjust? What can I do differently next time? This is the language of success. The moment you stop seeing failure as shame and start seeing it as insight, your perspective transforms. You become resilient. You become resourceful. You become unstoppable. Failures also reveal the gaps in your preparation, your skills, and your mindset. They are signals pointing toward areas that need attention. Ignoring them only guarantees repetition. Facing them courageously accelerates growth. Every mistake, every stumble becomes a stepping stone toward mastery. Consistency and discipline protect you from giving up, but it is your perspective on failure that defines the magnitude of your success. Winners don't fear falling. They anticipate it. They embrace it. They use it to refine their approach and fortify their resolve. Look at the lives of people you admire. J.K. Rowling was rejected by dozens of publishers before Harry Potter became a worldwide phenomenon. Michael Jordan missed thousands of shots before becoming a legend. Oprah faced repeated failures before building her empire. The common thread? They didn't quit. They didn't wallow. They learned. They adapted. They kept moving forward. Failure is also a test of character. It separates those who are committed from those who are casual. It separates those who let fear dominate from those who let vision guide. The path to success is littered with mistakes, but the path is still there, clear for anyone willing to walk it with courage, reflection, and persistence. So, the next time you stumble, the next time your effort doesn't yield the outcome you hoped for, remember, this is not the end. This is an education. This is part of the process. Every lesson you take from failure is an investment in your future. Every time you rise after falling, you become stronger, smarter, and more prepared. Embrace failure. Study it. Use it. Let it teach you more about strategy, perseverance, and yourself than success ever could. Your failures are not roadblocks. They are the blueprint for your ultimate achievement. Because in the end, those who succeed are not those who never fail, but those who refuse to be defeated by failure. They turn it into fuel, into data, into momentum. And that is how empires are built, dreams are realized, and legends are made. Environment shapes outcome. Your surroundings shape your destiny more than you realize. Just as a plant cannot thrive in barren soil, a person cannot flourish in a toxic environment. The people you spend time with, the spaces you inhabit, the energy you absorb, all of it impacts your growth, your mindset, and ultimately your results. Success is rarely achieved in isolation. It is nurtured, cultivated, and amplified by the environment you choose. Look at the company you keep. Are they ambitious, curious, disciplined, or are they complacent, negative, and distracted? Your habits, your mindset, and even your potential are subtly shaped by those around you. The energy of others can either lift you up or drag you down. Surround yourself with people who challenge you, inspire you, and hold you accountable. Those who dream big, take action, and refuse to settle will raise your standards without you even realizing it.
But environment isn't just external, it is internal as well. Your mental and emotional space must be protected. Negative thoughts, fear, and doubt can quietly sabotage your progress. Guard your mind like a fortress. Feed it positivity, knowledge, and inspiration. Consume ideas from books, podcasts, mentors, and experiences that stretch your understanding and expand your capacity. Every great achiever understands the power of environment. Warren Buffett's office is simple, focused, and minimal, allowing him to concentrate on the decisions that matter. Athletes train in gyms that challenge them, forcing growth beyond comfort. Entrepreneurs build networks that push them to innovate and adapt. Each carefully chosen environment acts as a multiplier, amplifying effort and accelerating results. You must also recognize what to avoid. Toxic people, negative energy, distractions, and bad habits. These are slow poisons. They erode focus, discipline, and motivation. They drain your energy while you think you are working hard. Distance yourself from what doesn't serve your purpose. Protect your attention like it is the most valuable asset it is, because it is. And here's the hidden secret. Your environment doesn't just influence what you achieve, it influences who you become. Your thoughts, beliefs, and actions are molded by what you see, hear, and feel every day. Choose an environment that aligns with the person you aspire to be. Choose spaces, communities, and routines that reinforce your vision. Transformation is not just about working harder. It's about positioning yourself where growth is inevitable. Success isn't merely a product of skill and effort. It is also a product of alignment. Align yourself with the right people, the right places, the right energy, and you will be propelled forward, often faster than talent or hard work alone could take you. So evaluate your surroundings, curate your spaces, protect your mind. Choose companions who inspire, challenge, and support you. And create an environment that works for you, not against you. Because when you shape your environment, you shape your future, and the results you seek will flow naturally from the ecosystem you build around yourself. Your environment is not passive. It is an active force in the game of success. Treat it as such, and you'll find that the right environment makes the impossible inevitable. Real success takes time. Success is rarely instant. It doesn't happen overnight. The world loves the illusion of overnight triumphs, viral fame, or sudden wealth. But real, lasting achievement is a slow, deliberate process. It grows like a tree, unseen roots spreading deep before a single branch reaches the sunlight. If you rush it, if you chase it impatiently, you risk breaking the fragile foundation beneath your future. Think about any great accomplishment you admire. Oprah Winfrey didn't become a media powerhouse in months. Michael Jordan didn't rise to basketball legend status overnight. J.K. Rowling didn't publish a global phenomenon without years of writing, editing, and perseverance. Behind every visible success are countless hours of unseen effort, moments of doubt, setbacks, and relentless dedication. Time is your ally, not your enemy. Many people quit too soon because the results don't match their effort. They expect immediate feedback, instant recognition, or fast validation. But the reality is that compound growth works silently. Every skill you develop, every habit you build, every disciplined action you repeat accumulates in ways you may not notice, until suddenly the world witnesses the results. Patience is not passive, it's active. It's the quiet commitment to keep planting seeds even when the harvest is months or years away. It's the courage to stay consistent when others give up. It's understanding that each small effort, repeated daily, is building the future you desire. During this process, you may feel invisible. Others may doubt you. The noise of social media, the comparison to peers, and the lure of shortcuts can make patience feel like stagnation. Ignore it. Progress is often silent. The roots grow long before the branches appear. The preparation happens long before the spotlight shines.
Success takes time because mastery takes time. Skills, knowledge, and expertise are forged through repetition, failure, reflection, and adjustment. There are no shortcuts. Quick wins are temporary. Lasting achievement demands sustained effort over months and years. Every day matters. Every choice counts. The compound effect of consistent effort is unstoppable. Time also teaches perspective. It reveals patterns, strengthens character, and deepens resilience. Those who rush often miss lessons that only patience can teach. They gain results, perhaps, but lose wisdom. Those who commit to the long journey develop not only success, but the understanding, discipline, and fortitude to sustain it.
Your role is simple yet challenging. Show up every day. Do the work, refine your skills, and trust the process. Focus on the effort, not the immediate outcome. Celebrate small wins, but keep your eyes on the bigger picture. Understand that while others chase instant gratification, you are building something permanent, something real, something that will last. Remember, trees grow slowly. Rivers carve canyons over centuries. Mountains rise over millennia. Great achievements follow the same natural laws. Respect the timeline of your journey. Embrace the grind. Honor the process. Time is not your enemy. It is the medium through which greatness is realized. The most successful people in the world are patient. They understand the long game. They know that consistency, discipline, and incremental growth compound into results far greater than any short-lived sprint could provide. They prepare, they act, and they wait with purpose, letting their efforts mature until the moment of breakthrough arrives. So resist the temptation to rush. Commit to the slow, deliberate journey. Trust that the effort you invest today, repeated tomorrow and the day after, will create a foundation for the extraordinary life you envision. Real success takes time. Patience is power. And if you endure, the world will witness the outcome of your relentless dedication long after most have quit. You become what you do daily. Your life is not shaped by grand statements or lofty intentions. It is shaped by the tiny, repeated actions you take every single day. What you do consistently becomes who you are. Your habits, choices, and behaviors are the building blocks of your identity, and ultimately, your success. The future isn't a result of luck. It is the outcome of daily discipline. Consider this: 1 hour spent learning, practicing, or improving each day may feel insignificant in the moment. Yet over weeks, months, and years, it compounds into extraordinary growth. The person you become is a reflection of the effort you commit daily, not the promises you make to yourself when motivation is high. You are what you do, not what you say. Words are fleeting. Intentions are fragile. Action is everything. Every decision, from the way you manage your time to the habits you cultivate, leaves a mark on your life. Each act of diligence, persistence, and learning strengthens your foundation for tomorrow. Consistency is the invisible force behind every success story. The athlete who trains even when unmotivated. The writer who writes daily despite distractions. The entrepreneur who builds small steps toward a goal each day. They are not exceptional because of sudden inspiration. They are exceptional because they respect the power of daily action. Habits define your character. They form the person you will become. Small choices repeated relentlessly build skill, confidence, and resilience. Reading 10 pages, learning new words, or practicing a craft might seem minor today. But in 1 year, these tiny actions will accumulate into expertise. In 5 years, they can transform your entire life. The danger lies in neglecting these small actions. Waiting for perfect conditions or for motivation to strike means surrendering control of your future. The person you will be tomorrow is decided by what you do today, not what you hope or plan. Daily actions also train your mind. They build focus, patience, and mental endurance. Every completed task reinforces your capability and strengthens belief in yourself. Over time, discipline becomes automatic. You no longer rely on motivation. Your habits do the work for you. Your environment, your choices, and your mindset all converge in this daily practice. Surround yourself with stimuli that encourage growth. Avoid distractions and influences that pull you away from progress. Every moment is an opportunity to align your actions with your ambitions. Consistency compounds silently. Like water carving stone, it reshapes your life without fanfare. Success is not the result of sporadic brilliance or occasional effort. It is the product of the choices you make moment by moment, day by day. To truly transform, focus on the rhythm of your days. Design routines that reinforce your goals. Embrace repetition, refine your actions, and push forward even when results seem distant. You are not chasing outcomes. You are building yourself. In the end, your identity is inseparable from your daily actions. The habits you nurture today become the person you are tomorrow. Every successful individual understands this truth. They don't wait for opportunity or inspiration. They create their identity through disciplined, daily effort.
So ask yourself, what am I doing every day? Are my actions shaping the person I aspire to become? Or am I drifting, letting chance decide my future? Success is built quietly, one day at a time. Your future self will thank you for the choices you make today, because every small, consistent action compounds into the life you desire. Remember, you become what you do daily, not what you think, not what you plan, not what you dream. What you consistently practice and repeat defines your reality. Build habits that serve you. Take actions that align with your goals, and trust the process. Over time, the person you are becoming will amaze even yourself. Your blueprint for success. Now you have it. The 9 principles that form the patterns of success. From observing and learning from the greats, to building daily habits, staying consistent, preparing while others rest, and prioritizing discipline over fleeting motivation. From seeing failures as lessons, curating your environment, trusting the slow growth of real success, to understanding that you become what you do every day, all these steps create a blueprint for achievement. Success is not magic. It's not luck or talent alone. It is built quietly, deliberately, and relentlessly through daily action, reflection, and consistency. The people who reach their goals aren't extraordinary. They are disciplined. They embrace growth, face failure, control their habits, and patiently let their efforts compound. Now, it's your turn. Take these principles, apply them every day, and watch your life transform. Don't just dream, act. Don't just plan, execute. And remember, you are capable of more than you realize. If this video inspired you, subscribe to the channel for more modern motivational stories and actionable lessons that will sharpen your mindset, strengthen your habits, and help you reach your full potential. Every week, we break down the strategies of winners so you can learn, grow, and succeed. Hit that subscribe button. Your future self will thank you.